Thousands take to the streets for pro-Palestine protest, as cops stand guard and marchers are warned to avoid embassy. Thousands of people have joined pro-Palestine protests across the UK amid heightening tensions in Israel and Gaza. Cops have lined the streets in London, Manchester, Edinburgh, and Liverpool as up to 50,000 demonstrators were warned to avoid the Israel embassy at Kensington High Street. Metropolitan Police has deployed more than 1,000 officers to patrol the area during the march. Around 50,000 people in London alone are estimated to be marching in solidarity with Palestine and demanding Israel stops its bombing of Gaza. It comes in response to Hamas' sickening terror attacks that claimed the lives of 1,300 people. The latest Israel-Hamas war has killed at least 3,500 people on both sides. The Palestinian terrorist organization launched an unprecedented surprise attack on October 7. Protesters met at Portland Place at 12 p.m., before marching through London and finishing in Whitehall at 3 p.m. Scotland Yard has warned that anyone who deviates from the designated route, or caught supporting Hamas, could face arrest. The Met warned on X, formerly Twitter, that a Section 12 has been authorized from midday on Saturday in the relevant arrest threats. A Met police statement said, any person participating in or associated with the Palestine Solidarity Campaign protest must not deviate from the route below or they may be subject to arrest. Protesters waved Palestinian flags and placards saying Free Palestine as they gathered in the capital, surrounded by hundreds of cops. One woman, wearing a red coat, was seen holding a sign saying ethnic cleansing is not self-defense, while another with a scarf around their face held a canister aloft as colored smoke billowed out behind. Fireworks were set off by members of the pro-Palestinian crowd amid the London protest. Police on horseback watched on as a police helicopter circled over the demonstration. Metropolitan Police Deputy Assistant Commissioner Lawrence Taylor said a very significant policing operation was in place with more than 1,000 officers dedicated to patrolling vulnerable locations. Rising tensions. It comes after the former chief of terror group Hamas Khalid Meshal called for a global day of rage against supporters of Israel wherever they are in the world. Scotland Yard is prepared for unrest in the capital as rising tensions in the Middle East threatens to spark violence in Britain. The DAC said the UK counter-terrorism network is looking into whether there is an increased likelihood of attacks. Mr. Taylor added that the UK threat level remains at substantial, meaning an attack is likely. Cops pointed out that expressing support for the Palestinian people more broadly, including flying the Palestinian flag, does not in itself constitute a criminal offense. But a spokesperson said there were situations where a flag or banner, or the use of specific words or phrases, could be seen as intimidation, or even constitute intending to cause harassment, alarm or distress. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak told cops they have his full backing to throw the book at anyone glorifying terrorism, amid a 400% increase in anti-Semitic attacks last week. Mr. Taylor revealed police recorded 105 anti-Semitic incidents in London over the past 2 weeks, a more than 7-fold increase compared to the same period last year when there were 14. Protest liaison teams have been working with organizers to determine what will and will not be acceptable for the Met and how the events can be carried out safely. The Nova Festival, held on rural farmland near the Gaza-Israel border, was just one of multiple locations hit on October 7 that sparked the latest war. Dozens of Hamas militants blasted through Israel's heavily fortified separation fence and crossed into the country from Gaza, opened fire on thousands of Israelis. Partygoers were left running for their lives after the massacre. Last night, Israel's military revealed they had conducted localized raids into the bomb-blitzed Gaza Strip to cleanse the area of terrorists and weapons. Super-elite Sayeret Matkal soldiers led tanks and infantry into Hamas lairs yesterday to hunt down terrorist rocket crews and search for hostages.